And sadly, unfortunately, like my godbrother, his father recently passed, and they diagnosed him with COVID-19. So that was like the closest that it ever hit to home. Because me and my godbrother and his family are extremely close.
Yeah.
So that was the closest thing it hit to home. But as far as it, like, like affecting me, like I kind of didn't, and this is just the way I am. I kind of didn't let it affect me too much, but because this is the way I feel about the whole scenario and the situation.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a plan for all of us. And if and I'm a believer in God, so like I feel like if it's in God's plan for me to catch COVID-19,
yeah,
then I can stay in the house all I want. That's not going to change anything. I mean,
okay.
I'm gonna get it because that's in my plan.
Yeah.
But if it's not in my plan, then so basically my point is, I feel like you just have to live your life as much as you can.
Yeah.
Don't be too paranoid about this and that. Still take the precautions necessary, but just live your life. So and I'm just trying to live with that mentality.
That kind of puts you more in control rather than it in control of you, doesn't it?
Exactly, and that's the worst thing you could do is when you let it control you. I mean, because if you anything can happen to any of us. I mean, we could step outside and God forbid we get hit by a car. I mean, if it's in the plan, I mean, it's just like when we lost Kobe so recently, right? Like everybody was like so shocked, and I mean, I was shocked. I was like, wow, like why? Like everybody was like, why? How did this happen? And they would say he would ride helicopters, for years. Why all of a sudden now, right?
Right.
Well,
right.
The only thing you could really attest it to it was his time. It was his time. You know what I mean? So
that's like, yeah. It reminds me of, as you said that before, it reminded me when Ronnie Coleman said, he said, look, he says, I never thought of becoming Mr. Olympia. He said, I just started competing because Brian Dobson offered me a free gym membership. He said, it was God that wanted me to be Mr. Olympia. He said, so I just kind of followed his plan.
Right.
Like he never intended. It's like, no, I never set out. Like you see some bodybuilders and they like Dorian Yates, he's like, from day one, he's like, I'm going to win the Olympia one day. That was the goal. And like Ronnie's completely the opposite. And he's like, no, this is God's plan.
Exactly. I mean, and that's kind of like, I was actually I was talking to my mother last night about it, and I was just thinking about it, because from year 2013 to 2016, that was the years I was out of the sport. I didn't want nothing to do with bodybuilding. I was completely retired. I had no plans of ever coming back, and just by circumstance that I met Justin Miller, and kind of through that interaction, it kind of like it's almost like something pulled me back into the sport.
Yeah.
So that I also feel like it was God's plan for me to come back. Because I didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, you know what, I want to get back into bodybuilding. It just happened.
Yeah. Well, Sean Roden, wasn't he? He was he was kind of in the sport, and then he was out of it for 10 years, and then he kind of came back and kind of followed his path, didn't he?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So let's talk about your plans, because I think we all want to know